Hello, everyone. I'd like to talk a little bit today. Today, I'd like to talk a little bit about the filmmaker and artist Taciturn and a new acronym that just dropped, or abbreviation. Maybe it's not even that new anymore, I don't know. But anyway, fobo. A riff off of FOMO, fear of missing out. Fobo instead means fear of becoming obsolete. And it's used in AI discourse, right? So, Taciturn then. An artist that became famous in the 90s, like she was part of the YBA, and she did films. She still does, I guess. And the central theme or pillar of her work was obsolescence, that which is obsolete. So what's obsolete for Taciturn is that which is not no longer used in everyday life, that which is kind of outside of the time or kind of left the current time somehow. That's still around, but it's not as central to people as it maybe was. So so for her that would be I mean, for instance, that would be working with film, that she worked with 60mm film, which slowly was becoming more and more obsolete throughout her career, and also magnetic tape for recording audio. But obsolescence was not only a theme in her materials and methods, but also in subject matter, right? So she would make films that touched upon obsolescence in different kind of ways. So she made films about lighthouses, about alchemy, about old ways of working, like Foley artists, or abandoned houses, abandoned ships, stuff like this. And let's actually listen to her own words regarding this, because she says it much better than I could even ever say it myself. So I have it here in a book from 2001, the American magazine October. She wrote this. For me, obsolescence is a state of normality. Everything that excites me no longer functions in its own time. The one thing I have noticed is that so often I am attracted to things conceived in the decade of my birth. I court anachronism, things that were once futuristic but are now out of date, and I wonder if the objects and buildings I seek were ever, in fact, content in their own time, as if obsolescence was invited at their conception. So obsolescence is about time in the way film is about time, historical time, allegorical time, analog time. I cannot be seduced by the seamlessness of digital time. Like digital silence, it has a deadness. I like the time you can hear passing, the prickled silence of mute magnetic tape or the static on a record. So obsolescence has an aura. The aura of redundancy and failure. The aura around what has been improved upon. And yet obsolescence haunts my working life. Laboratories close down, shops no longer stock spools, brown magnetic tape is unavailable, and the musician in the fancy room updates his keyboard. Yeah, she made this movie about the fancy tomb in Berlin as well. And so obsolescence ends in an underworld of people dealing from dark rooms and flea market stalls, until enough time passes so that whatever it was that was obsolete has now become rare. And rare no longer holds my attention. So great, that's just beautiful, superb. So she kind of views it all as some kind of scale, it seems like. So first something becomes obsolete, and then it becomes rare, and then I guess it becomes completely forgotten or something. And she's interested in that which is obsolete, that which is kind of useless or whatever. Great, and now let's circle back to fobo, the fear of becoming obsolete. I mean, it's used mostly like people who have jobs, right? And their jobs get replaced by AIs. They have this fear, I suppose, and they use this acronym. But I think it can be used in a less concrete sense, and in a more broader. I think it would be proper to use it in a broader sense as well. So the fear is that we humans are fearing becoming obsolete, right? We are fearing kind of leaving time in a sense, because Taciturn says that that which is obsolete, that which excites her, is that which does not longer function in its own time. So humans are fearing ceasing to function in their own time, which is quite interesting or fascinating, something like this. And I mean, and she also writes that obsolescence has an aura, the aura of redundancy and failure. So humans are at risk at becoming redundant, you know, at becoming a failure, um, at becoming something that has been improved upon and kind of left behind, you know. And all of this is just like super fucking fascinating, isn't it? And the reason why I want to talk about this is that I think Taciturn can teach us something here, right? Like she like sees the beauty of that, of the obsolete, that she sees the beauty in obsolescence, and I think that we as humans should not be afraid of becoming obsolete, of becoming redundant, of becoming a failure. I don't think it's something that we should fear, and that we instead, as Taciturn did and still do, maybe we should seek out the beauty in obsolescence. Like the moment when we become obsolete, like maybe we already are obsolete, human thought might maybe already be kind of useless. Then we should like seek out the beauty in this uselessness, in this redundant feeling of redundancy, because it exists, right? And Taciturn knew that it did. Um, and also, what's funny is that if like Taciturn would be working like cutting edge today, I guess she would not like make films or like work with magnetic tape. She would work with humanity. She would work with like human thought in itself, because it's not magnetic tape anymore that's becoming obsolete. It is human thought. And ain't that fascinating? I would like to see that film of hers. But yeah, fobo, fear of becoming obsolete. I think that's that for this time, isn't it? I think that's that for this time. Yeah. I love you all so much, and I look forward to seeing you soon again. Ciao.